word got to us that they were planning on moving the equipment up on the mountain a couple of weeks ago, and it was kind of a surprise for many of us, and so we weren't able to gather so well. And for some of us, we were still in our makahiki season, so we can't engage in political affairs and stuff by our kapus. It was just a blessing that that same day that we got word that they were going to move the tractors to the mountain, Puliahu herself made herself very well known.
Summer conditions are cloudy, cold, and windy. There is approximately 90% snow coverage at the summit above 13,000 feet.
The snows came thick, blocked their efforts on moving their equipment up and stalled them for a couple of weeks. It actually gave us a lot of time to close our makahiki season and transition. So we're Mangauil and we're able to move now. Machinery was being moved on the mountain. And so I got a call about 7 a.m. and I was in the Kona area and I immediately made my way to the mountain. When we got here, the access road to the mountain up here was blocked off. And I was stopped a couple times where they would try to discourage me from going, but I told them that no, that it was my kuleana to go, so I continued up. So I am posting these videos to let everyone know where I'm at, out of safety for myself, and also to show the people and everyone that we as Kanaka, we mean what we say. This is not just some superficial talk that we're talking about sacred. This is our piko. Made it up to about 12,500 feet before I guess they opened the road down here, and some other people who had come were able to catch up with me. The first police officer has come down to greet me at 3.5 mile marker. We made our way over and down to the TMT site, which we found all of the we found ourselves blockaded again, another block on the road. Some hired security, hired to protect the machines, I'm guessing. On our way up to the trucks were coming down, so we knew that the payload had been delivered. There are currently 4 machines in the mountain, 2 backhoes, and then 2 earth movers I'm not very familiar with. So we had some talks with the security guards there, and they kind of basically said that the machines are in place and that we weren't granted access down. I know, Auntie, that's why we don't want to get you in trouble, but yesterday morning I received word that the tractors were moving. And so I quickly made my way back to the mountain again. I arrived here and there was one other person here. We made our way up to the mountain. Yeah, and so we saw the equipment so we can go down quite close and still be in a safe zone. Came down to the site. We were blockaded a little ways before the construction site itself. We asked them and we questioned them, and the guards actually escorted us down to the construction site. Thank you. Okay, we're going to be escorted down. The big question I was asking was if the cultural monitors as well as the archaeologists were present. And his role?
He's with the university.
Do you know what his role is here?
His title?
I'm not really sure. I just started, so I'm still trying to learn all that.
Alright, Auntie. You're going to have a lot of this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you guys are protecting the ones destroying the mountain. I know it's your job, but
We're providing safety, basically, yeah, for everyone who is.
Aye. We just need safety for the mountain. Okay, I know. When I got there, we were asked to wait to talk with a cultural advisor, but machinery were moving, so I took it upon myself to go down. You may see some of the footage of that. I can also hear other tractors further down. And I was walking down. I walked down the road that was there. Where the officers or our security guards informed me that I was not to be in that area because it was dangerous. So I pursued outside of their zone, and I walked in the outskirts and came down to the edge where the workers were. Is your cultural advisor and the archaeologist on site? Don't ignore me. Once they saw me and my camera, they proceeded to simply turn their back to me and not engage. You're the ones who are going to get pinned on for it. You know, they always pass it down and blame the young ones. And they blame the ones who actually moved the structures. As of now, there's no cultural advisor or archaeologist on this site. The movement of these tractors are illegal. And that hevaf passes down to you and your ohana. The presence on this mountain, you know.
Listen to your na'au. Listen to your uhane. Listen to the koko of your kupuna.
You can hear some things I was saying. I was just trying to call to their hearts and remind them that, it may be jobs, but it is their hands that are doing this destruction.
We set our pules to pale you and your ohana from the heva that you are creating on this mountain. Let your ohana be safe. Be sure to cleanse yourself when you drop below this mauna, because you carry all that heva on you. The aina of this pohaku, the mana of this pohaku, the mana of this mauna. Mai puina, this is why our kupuna left this place sacred for 2,000 years. And because you're paid money, money will feed your family for the day, but this mountain will feed your family for generations upon generations.
Ali Ishibashi ended up coming up, and he is not the cultural monitor. He is a cultural advisor to the TMT.
Hard to observe from so far.
And employed by University of Hawaii.
What's the plan for today?
We put the plate. It's all windy.
Did they start bulldozing at all?
No.
Or just reopen the snow?
He stated that the archaeologist was not at the site, but she was further up. I guess she was taking a rest. So I informed him that, then if she's taking a rest, then these machines should be stopped because she is not present. And I proceeded to ask again, I think I used the wrong terminology and asked for a cultural advisor. But actually it turns out that there was no cultural monitors present yesterday.
Do you know if their archaeologists were present and their culturals when they first carved this road? Because we remember it was posted on TMT, they said, that we're going to use already existing roads, but these roads did not exist, right? So were these roads present, or was a cultural advisor and an archaeologist present when they cleared these roads?
Yes.
And when was that? Was that before they used the statement that these are already existing roads? So therefore, if the archaeologist and the cultural advisor was present at this, then right there it proves that this was done more recently. Therefore, you are not using already pre-existing roads. These roads were recently carved. That sounds like a lie on paper. Good to know.
But it was confirmed that from myself when I saw that they weren't moving land, they were moving snow off of the road. However, there's still tractor movement, which again requires cultural monitors and a cultural and an archaeologist. So right there, they are their actions were illegal.
No. I've been on this mountain. This road was not here, and when I ran down this road, it was all fresh carved, right? There was no existing down here. Then I would like to see from when the 60s there should be on a map then, right? Because none of the maps show anything. There was no road that came down to the northern plateau, also known as the Ring of Shrines. There was no roads in here. And try talk when my camera turned on, and not only when I turn off my camera. You hear the beep beep, you start talking. I get you, uncle, I get you. We must master that.
That's the way it was.
No.
Yeah, but they went fix some good in order to have the opening ceremony that was held.
Oh, really?
It was only one road. It was one trail, basically.
One trail, exactly. A trail and a road is much different. So a trail is made for feet, not for these things. If that man hits a rock, the archaeologist and everything's supposed to be there, because that thing can do a lot of damage to the stone. It already looks like you guys have carved up all of this rock just driving around.
From there, they proceeded simply to close up. They packed up their gear and they all left. I hung out to make sure that everybody left. Police officers, we had two police officers on site, and they were very cordial and very well. We communicated with them. And then we made our way out. All together, security guards, workers had already left.
Of course, I'm sure I'm already too close for your comfort.
At this time, other people had begun to arrive, and we all made our way down the mountain. And then from here, we began to gather here at Halepohaku. There was a number of us who came and made stands here last night. We were not sure if when construction crews would be returning to the site, so we decided to stay over. Approximately 4 or 5 of us stayed overnight, as we had originally planned for our gathering to be at 6 a.m. this morning.